This lesson is on surface area of cylinders. You need to write this objective in the box on your notes. It's to learn to find the surface area of cylinders. For a cylinder, the surface area S of a cylinder is twice the base area, capital B, plus the lateral area, capital L. The lateral area is the base circumference, 2 pi r, times the height. So when you're looking at this, the formula that you'll be using here is surface area equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r times the height. So the area of the base, 2 times the area of the base, because you got two circles, two bases, plus the circumference times the height. So to find the surface area of this cylinder, first off we need to figure out a few things. Let's see, our radius is going to be 4. And our height, that's the height of the cylinder, which is 6. So now we're going to use that formula to try and find this. So we got surface area equals 2 pi, the radius is 4, so 4 squared, plus 2 pi times the 4 times the 6. When you push this in the calculator, remembering to use the pi button for pi, you'll put it in just like you see it, 2 pi 4 squared plus 2 pi times 4 times 6. And you will get 251.3 inches. And remember, surface area is the same as area, it'd be squared. So you go ahead and try this one on your own. Pause the video so that you can do your calculations. So by using the radius of 15 and the height of 3, you should have written out your equation like this and gotten 1,696.5 centimeters squared. So let's look at this here. A cylindrical soup can is 7.6 centimeters in diameter and 11.2 centimeters tall. What is the area of the label that covers the side of the can? Well, let's think about it real quick. Remember our formula. Our formula is S equals 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r times the height. But remember, another way I could have written this is the S equals 2 times the area of the bases, because remember, when we have that net, our net of a cylinder looks like this. Well, this is a base and this is a base. All we need is the area of this part, which is this last section. So we don't need this first section. So we just need this last section to find the surface area of the can, because we're not including the bases. So to find it, we're just going to use this last part, which is the 2 pi times my radius. Remember, diameter is 7.6 centimeters. So my radius is going to be 3.8, half of it, divide by 2. So you've got 3.8, and the height of the can is 11.2 centimeters. So if you put all that in your calculator, again, they're not going to find the surface area of the whole can, just of the label section. It would be 267.4 centimeters squared for the size of the label, the area that the label covers. Let's look at another one here. A cylindrical storage tank that is 6 feet in diameter. So let's just go ahead and write that down. Diameter equals 6 feet. And 12 feet tall, so the height is 12 feet. Needs to be painted. The paint will cover 100 square feet per gallon. How many gallons will it take? So make sure you answer the question, but first we're going to need to find the surface area to find out how many square feet need to be covered. But remember, we're given the diameter, and in our formula we use the radius. And remember, the radius would be half, or divide the diameter by 2. So the radius would be 3 feet. So when we fill out our formula to find the surface area, we're going to have the surface area equals 2 pi times my radius squared plus 2 pi times my radius times the height, which is 12. When you put all this in the calculator, you're going to get 282.7 feet squared. So if I have 1 gallon of paint that's going to cover 100 square feet, let's look how much we're going to need. So if I have 1 gallon, that's going to cover 100 square feet. Well, that's not enough. If I have 2, it'll cover 200 square feet. Well, I have 200, but I got 282, so that's not quite enough. So if I have 3, it would cover 300 square feet. So in order to cover all of this, we would need to buy 3 gallons of paint. So let's look at this next one. Find the surface area of the cylinder to the nearest tenth using the pi button on your calculator. So why don't you go ahead and try this one on your own and see what you get. By using a height of 14 and a radius of 3, you should have set your problem up to look like this, which would have given you a surface area of 320.4 inches squared. So let's look at this last problem you have to do. You got to find the surface area of the cylinder to the nearest tenth using the pi button on your calculator. When you get done with this one, bring it up to me to have it checked.